Welcome, everyone, to our fourth episode of Just Us. I'm Daryl Annisfeld, Sandra Baskin, and Sandy Gulliver. Today, we have a very special guest. Her name is Joette. She is a fellow actor, and she is also a master at wearing wigs. And I mean a master. She can change her look in moments. So we have invited her today to give us a little tip on using wigs and what would be appropriate for each time that you'd want to use it, whether you want to have an older look or a younger look or just about anything in between. Okay. Hi, Joette.
Hi.
Welcome, Joette.
Oh, thank you. I'm so excited to be with you. You know that you're my dearest friends, as well as being wonderful hosts to this great new show.
So we have questions. Who wants to start with a question? Sandy?
Joette, I see you have a bin next to you full of wigs. How many approximately do you have?
Not even half. This isn't half of my wigs. I probably own it, and I've released, let's say, last year about 30 wigs, but I have about 40 left.
Wow.
Yeah. And I've been wearing wigs since I was a very young actor, maybe 19. I started wearing wigs because I have very thin, baby, fine hair. So the wigs really help a lot. And this particular wig is my very favorite wig. So I started with this. Unfortunately, I bought it about 7-8 years ago, and it's a synthetic, which is what I love. But if you wear the synthetics under hot lights, it's plastic. So it starts to get something that is like we call split ends, only it's more crinkly and gets dull, and it just looks bad and you have to toss them. But I love this so much that I'd like to tell you how to care for a synthetic wig once it gets old. And I took and I cut about that much off of it, and it still looks really nice. It's a little shorter than it used to be. And then instead of washing it with wig shampoo or regular baby shampoo, I wash it in conditioner. And then I spray it. There's two different things you can spray to revitalize any wig, even wigs you've had for a while. And this is a wig oil. You can buy this in any wig store. You can buy them online. This is another form that's, one is a non-oil. This one is non-oil, but it looks like an oil once it's on. See the sheen? This is all back. This was very dull. So this will revitalize the wigs that you really love and you don't want to get rid of.
I have a question. You said you cut some off of that, you personally, or did you have a professional do it?
Fortunately, I'm very good at cutting hair. I used to cut all my family's hair as a teenager, so I'm good at cutting hair. But if you're not good at cutting hair, all you need to remember is pull the hair up and just, if you take off that much on one piece, you just take off the exact same amount all over so it's even. It's not really difficult. You just have to be careful, a little bit at a time. And
I have a question, yes. Joette, regarding synthetic wigs, which is what I have on. And I took it to my salon gal, and she said she couldn't wash it because it's synthetic. So now you've said a whole different thing, which is really good to know.
Oh, yes. I wash these wigs every time I wear them. You can wash them in anything. They're practically, you can't destroy them. You just wash them in nice cool water like you'd wash underwear. You hang it up. I hang it up on a hanger from the back. It dries in the morning. When you wake up, it's dry because it's synthetic. They're really easy to care for. And I want to show you, hairdressers like human hair wigs. They're very durable. If you're a hairdresser, they look great. But I want to show you something. And always, you know, wig caps help to keep the little wispy hairs from showing. They come in beige and they come in black. I prefer beige when I'm wearing gray or blonde wigs. Let me show you what a lovely, beautifully styled human hair wig looks like if you try to store it like this. The only way you can store it is on a wig head, and I just don't have the room to have a million wig heads around. And I don't want to be looking at the wig head anyway. So let me show you what a human hair wig looks like once it's been stored, unless you're a hairdresser.
Oh, well.
Now this wig was absolutely beautiful. It has a natural wave to it. It's really pretty. But once you store them, or if you wash them, they get looking like this. So you have to set them. You have to really work with them. I don't have time. I don't think any of you do. And especially if they say, hey, you have an audition tomorrow at 10, you're not going to sit up at night trying to fix this.
Right.
Why do I keep it? Because I'll never find a brassy looking thing like this again.
That'll come in handy.
Hopefully, yeah, it'll come in handy. I've worn it as a bartender, and
It's
all kinds of
beautiful.
things.
Beautiful
It's a
color.
beautiful wig, but I never wear it because it's that.
So
This
the
is a
pricing,
wig,
Joette, the pricing is more expensive for natural hair.
much
right?
more.
Yeah,
much
a lot.
And yeah, but you know, the pricing has gone down a little bit for human hair wigs, but I don't want them.
Yeah.
And they tend to be a little dull too, unless you really care for them, you know,
how to-
because after all, they're not on the living head anymore. So they tend to get very dried out,
Sure.
you know. This is a company, and I know Sandy, you had mentioned brands, and I won't necessarily mention all brands. This is a wig I was very fortunate to find. And I want to show you, see how much more youthful I look with lighter color hair?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
My natural color is the color of the wig that Daryl's wearing, with just a little gray in it. But it's not the perfect color for someone that has aging skin, unless you have a lovely dark complexion. But if you're a fair person with aging skin, it really hard for most roles. This, if I dyed my hair, this probably the color I would go.
Yeah.
Now, the reason I could just flop this on my head,
Oh, that's great.
it's
Yeah.
a beautifully made wig. Well, I'll give you the brand of it. This wig fits your head so perfectly, you don't even have to look in the mirror. You throw it on and you go.
I can
It's
tell that
probably
from
one of
what
the
you did. Yeah.
It's certainly an
it's one of
argument
the
for
I've
synthetic.
ever had. Oh, it's just gorgeous. And it's Tony of Beverly. Now, I bought this wig in a thrift shop, brand new. It had the tag still on it. It was in a box. I paid $5 for it.
Oh my.
So when I found out how fabulous it was, I ran home to see how much they'd cost, maybe buy others. The minimum you can pay on sale is like $70, and it goes up to $400.
Wow.
But you can find them, you know, sometimes now and then on sale.
Tony, Joette?
You know,
Yeah,
why
just
have
Tony.
Why? Yeah. And again, let me say this now. We usually say it every time. The only reason we say brand names of any kind is because it's something we use. We're not necessarily promoting anybody's company.
Yes. Yes, thank you. I understand that. This is a nice, as you know, I'm a mixed race, so I'm ethnically ambiguous. And so when I want to go for a more Hispanic look, I might go with a little bit, here's a little bit darker gray. You know, and it changes my look. This is my, yeah. They say I look like somebody, and I can't remember her name. The wonderful dancer, Puerto Rican on Broadway.
Rita Moreno.
Rita Moreno. This is my Rita Moreno look. So you see how much it can change even your ethnicity.
Yeah.
I know that you don't have to mess with the style. It just is.
Yeah, it just is.
Oh
And
boy.
this is if you want your fortune told.
I love this.
That's the same one I have. It's really cool.
Yes, but we've got to do something together with these.
You do.
That would be hilarious. That'd be
I
hilarious.
just brought this to show. I wasn't going to put it on.
This is like a fortune teller. I've actually done a film where I was a fortune teller in this wig. It's also very good if I was playing, let's say, a hippie, aging hippie.
In that one, you
know,
look like that woman that was on Taxi.
Yes,
You know her name?
I would kill to have hair like this. This is my grandmother was from Puerto Rico, and she was a part Tejano Indian and African. She had this kind of hair, and I would kill to have this kind of hair. But instead, I got my dad's hair.
Many other talents than curly hair, kid.
Thanks. So, oh yes. Now here's one that you gals will recognize because this was
Yeah.
what did Clyde hide?
Mhm.
Yep.
This is on this wig brush. I suggest this kind of brush for your wigs. And I got this brush at the Dollar Tree.
Uh-huh. So you recognize
So
that over a narrow one like this,
I
or would this do?
that'll do very well. For some reason, I was like this,
What is it?
but that'll do very nice. It's just a very wide bristle.
Oh, wide bristle. Okay.
See how they're separate? Doesn't pull your wig at all.
Yeah, I see. I'm making notes.
So, yeah, that's really a good thing to have. Like I say, air dry synthetic wigs. Never put a dryer anywhere near them.
Yeah.
And my wigs, and they look very natural and they look beautiful on film. They're shiny and always pick up the light. They're just beautiful.
That's lovely.
And soccer mom.
And
Yes.
do you have any clip-on hair pieces? Ever have a need for those?
I recommend them. They don't work for me because my hair is so very fine and thin, it would just fall out. But yeah, that's
On an airplane clip. And you
Those
could
are
put it
great.
here, you could put it back here.
those are wonderful, especially if you have a little length to your hair. Like I know, Daryl, you have a little length to your hair. You
Yeah,
could put a little ponytail back there and put it back there, and it's a great look, and it's a great vintage look.
and they also come in
Um,
like scrunchies, so you just take your little ponytail and wrap that around it and boom. You have a ponytail.
Definitely. I'd like to also recommend for any of you out there that have a length to your hair, if you want a Gibson girl look, what I used to do as a young actor is I tease my hair all up, push it back. I put it in a ponytail here and push it in, and that poofs this up like a Gibson girl.
Oh,
And
yeah.
then you take your little clip-on hairpiece and put it here.
Yeah.
And
Excellent.
it makes a
advice.
beautiful vintage look.
Sandy, did
Now,
you say,
sometimes I
Jackie?
play a very straight.
excuse me,
Okay.
Sandy, when you said the Frenchie, did you mean a French roll like we used to wear in the 50s and 60s, 50s?
Well, they have all different kinds of these, and they probably do have one that's more of a smooth that you could
Yeah.
clip along the back of your hair.
So that
Or
would
you
be,
could have it along the hairline sideways like this.
that would be a good one for a character that is playing something in the 50s.
You know what I'd like to see, Sandy? If you
Yeah.
clipped it up here, could it be a curlier, fuller look to a different look?
Good try.
Like a
Well-
hair topper.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, you see how cute? And then if she works with it, it would be, that could be a cute
Like that.
character look. Wouldn't that be a cute character look? Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, now
like
you
to
see,
do
this
that.
is why you're the expert, because I never would have thought to put this up here.
That's a very cute look. You look so cute. It's like, that'd be cute for, even a vintage look as well. And then you could tease it into what
Yeah.
you have.
Yeah, I would kind of piece that down
Yeah.
to kind of blend.
She could put a
That looks
bow
really-
across there too, where
Yeah.
it separates. Yeah.
These, you don't have to have a lace. That one wig that I like that I showed you from Tony, he didn't have a lace front. People brag about having a lace front.
Oh, yeah, I'm
It's
curious about
fine.
that.
You don't necessarily need that. Now, this one is more for, I call this my Caucasian look. It's a little brighter. Right? It's a nice color. It's dark, but it's not too dark. I'm going to show you the difference between going this color. Let's see if I have it in here. Yeah.
And real
I
dark.
made the mistake of getting headshots with my normal color hair, but I wear a wig. This is light and it picks up light.
Mm-hmm.
It's still dark enough. But no one can capture dark hair in a wig because your human hair has many different shades in it. You can't really tell, but it does. That's why you can't dye your hair dark brown unless you go to a professional,
Yeah.
because it's shoe polish looking.
Yeah.
So it's a very difficult color. So I bought this wig that's my color and it looked dreadful on in my pictures. I had to redo my pictures. You see how weird that looks? It looks like a shoe polish.
Doesn't look so bad right on you, but maybe somehow in the headshot it did something.
It's a nice wig, but if I show you my headshots, which I don't know how to split the screen to do that, you go, yeah, it just doesn't suit you.
Mhm.
I mean, I can get away with it, but the other one's a nicer look.
So
You
far,
know?
I think they've all looked great.
Oh, I do too.
Can you talk me through putting on a wig that I have that I definitely think needs a little trimming in the front?
Yeah.
Hi, Sandy.
It's great. That was so natural, Sandy.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have guessed.
So this is
You would not have guessed.
this
You know
is-
what?
Andy, I really thought that was your hair.
Yep.
So now really?
Yeah.
I did too. Sandy, while you're putting this on, I have to warn people about something.
Yeah.
If you have a lot of wigs like I do, or even if you have a few, make sure you take a selfie before you go to your gig or your audition. Because I went to they called me up once and said, look, we're going to add a scene for you in this film. Come on in. And I thought I had a shorter wig on.
Oh,
And I got there and they go, your hair is short. I said, oh my gosh, your hair was this long before. So what we had to do is we wrote in a line for my daughter to say, Mom, you got your hair cut.
Oh,
Looks
that was
great.
clever.
good idea. Now I'm noticing that
Look at this.
when I have this on and I see it on screen, it's very shiny, which makes it look
Yeah.
fake. Looks like a wig.
It is shiny. Yeah.
Where it doesn't look like that in real life so much. It's very
There's
front heavy,
Yeah.
and so I like to put it behind my ears. And then this part's what I'd like to kind of thin a little bit.
Have you worn that
Yeah.
recently, Sandy? Have you worn that for anything recently?
No,
No.
I was gonna wear it.
Do
for
you
a
mind
headshot.
having bangs?
Do I mind having them? Meaning what?
She doesn't mind.
Do you mind cutting bangs on that? I'll tell you why.
Oh, you mean maybe not have?
Look at Daryl's wig and see Daryl's wig?
Oh, you
the
mean push
wispy
them
bangs
down?
in the front? Yeah. Oh, it does have bangs.
That has bangs.
That looks much more natural.
When they're
Yeah, it
down.
does. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
All right.
But I would even make them just cut this much off. You see how much that is? Nothing.
Uh-huh.
And when I cut my bangs, I never do this.
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
Always pull and do the little pieces individually. And I usually take the scissor and kind of fray a little bit. But the reason why you want bangs a tiny bit shorter, like you see how short, you don't even need to do that. Push the wig back a hair.
Oh,
There you go.
Yeah,
Now you don't need to cut it.
well, I don't know. I look like Betty Davis. And they're
No,
Yes, you do.
Well, you
Yes,
pushed it back
which
too
is not a
much.
bad,
There.
by the way.
Pushed it
okay.
back too much there. There's a happy medium, but yeah, it looks much more natural with the bangs.
Oh, she looks just like Betty Davis. I can't get over it.
Well, I got these Betty Davis eyes, or as Daryl
You
referred
do.
to them once as googly eyes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
I had to go home and Google what googly eyes are.
So this,
I played a witch. Looked like that. Yeah.
oh man, I had a gray one like this, and on the way home, I decided to have ice cream, and I dropped the
Oh.
wig down for a second and someone stole it. So,
Someone stole it.
yeah,
Oh, poor
in
guy.
the neighborhood I live in. But anyway, this particular wig was without bangs. Now,
Mhm.
the problem is, unless you have the thing that goes here and you cut and you do
Yeah.
all this garbage, if you have to cut bangs because otherwise it looks fake. You can see the line here.
Oh, sure.
So I just put bangs on this. So it will
So
look more
those
natural.
things that come down your forehead and then you trim it. So if you wear it once
Yes.
and you trim it, are
They
you
look
done?
pretty natural. Those
Right.
look pretty good. And usually the wig place will do that for you. It's called, forget what they call it.
Yeah, but when you do that, you cut that once, does that mean you're done wearing that wig? Or
No,
you
you can
usually-
wear it all the time that way. Once I saw a play and it was a period piece and they had a wig like that and no one knew to cut the netting. She
Oh,
did the whole run of the show like that. I wasn't in the show, I would have told her. I felt like telling her after the show, but this is the hair that reminds me of Sandy when I first met her.
oh, sure.
Okay, why? I don't remember.
Yeah, that's when I played your husband. You remember?
Oh, my husband. Yeah, our very first time together, we played husband and wife and wife in a film where we had an adopted child together, and it was about him growing up and becoming a inventor of hair products.
I think I've seen a photo of that.
When I wear this wig, I like to wear this wig when I play Hispanic roles, and especially Mexican or even Puerto Rican roles, but especially Mexican roles, because I've noticed a lot of the women in my neighborhood, they don't have very, very short hair.
Oh,
They
yeah.
always have a little bit of fullness.
Yeah.
I need to interrupt for a second. We are down to under 10 minutes now. And
I'm flying.
isn't it amazing?
Oh, yeah, boy, we could talk about this for hours.
We could, and I have a question. Do you adjust your makeup in any way,
Yeah.
Joette? Because just the other day I had somebody tell me they didn't like this silver wig on me at all because my eyebrows were brown. Well, what would white or silver eyebrows look like?
No, you don't want that.
You can soften them sometimes. I personally don't mind the eyebrows because if you had gray hair, that's the way you do your eyebrows.
Well, and
but
if you have brown
sometimes-
eyes,
Yeah, but
Yeah.
sometimes I want them softer, and if they want them, because sometimes they've asked me to soften them when I wear white hair, I do, or blonde,
mhm.
and sometimes I just take a little bit of white powdered eyeshadow, and I'll just touch it a tiny bit, and it lightens them a little bit. That's all.
What I have on right now is called ash brown.
Yeah, that's a good color.
Yeah, because the
It
ash
is a good color.
gives a little bit of a gray tone, but there's still
Mhm.
brown.
Yeah, and it looks great.
Mhm.
It looks really
So
great.
we have to wind up.
And I need to say
Yeah.
one thing, if I
Yeah.
may. I've noticed a couple times when Joette's speech broke up. So if anybody's watching our show and they aren't sure what she said about something, please tell us, send us a message through Just Us on Facebook. And we will decipher what that was.
Yeah.
and we'll get her to answer. Look how cool that looks.
That is so cute. I think you found
This
your big Joette.
The North Shore wealthy real estate broker look.
Mhm.
Now, careful.
No, that's what Sandra looks like. Okay.
A wealthy real estate broker, right on, sure thing.
I like that one, Joette.
Yeah,
Mhm.
me too.
So pretty.
Thank
All
you
right,
so much
okay.
for inviting me. I just had a blast.
That's easy to see. You were lots of fun, full of good information for us.
Yeah, I learned some things too.
Thank you so much for joining us, Joette.
Hey.
And we'll see all of you next week.
Adios. Adieu.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.